Court hearing for Horizon set on September 18th, filmmaker Kevin Costner claimed in response to a lawsuit brought against him by a stunt double on his film Horizon, An American Saga. Chapter 2. My belief is that Devyn LaBella's claims were designed through the use of false statements and sensationalistic language to damage my reputation. Costner made that statement in an August 18th declaration in response to LaBella's lawsuit, which said that there was a hostile work environment on the set of the yet-to-be-released film that he worked on as a stunt double in 2023. Costner also said that he thinks his accuser is an opportunist looking for a huge and unjustified payday. He filed his statement with a request that the lawsuit be thrown out. LaBella filed a fresh court document on September 5th in which she stands by her claims. The case will either move forward or be dropped during the September 18th court hearing. Now, she says that Costner helped her get sexually harassed. Background: reader discretion is suggested because the following information and parts of the lawsuit are explicit and personal. Kevin Costner, the director of Horizon, An American Saga, Chapter 2, has been in a legal fight since May. LaBella, who was a stunt double in the movie, sued Costner, saying that he made her labor in a hostile work environment when he reportedly made her do a violent, unscripted, unscheduled rape scene. LaBella's lawsuit says there was no way to get out of the situation, and all LaBella could do was wait for the nightmare to end. LaBella's description of the sequence, which was filmed on May 2, 2023, was this: Ms. LaBella lay down on the wagon as defendant Costner told her to do when filming started. Costner came over to her and told her to hang her boots out of the wagon as the camera crew kept testing and framing their pictures. Without giving Mr. Roger Ivans proper warning, consent, preparation, or safety procedures like calling in the project's intimacy coordinator, defendant Costner told him to repeatedly simulate a severe rape on Ms. LaBella. Costner told Mr. Ivans to mount Ms. LaBella while pretending to unbutton his pants. He used his body and arms to hold Ms. LaBella down while she was on her back underneath him. Mr. Ivans forcibly rustled Ms. LaBella's skirt up as if he wanted to penetrate her against her will. Costner said in his August 18th declaration, "I was shocked by the false and misleading claims LaBella made in this lawsuit." LaBella's lawsuit says that her ability to work was hurt because she experienced constant reminders of the shame, humiliation, and total lack of control she had during the May 2nd filming. She cried suddenly on and off set. She wasn't hired to come back for Horizon, An American Saga. Chapter 3, once the movie was done filming. Costner said that she wouldn't be recruited for the third movie in the series since the character she played as a stunt double in Chapter 2 doesn't come back for the following movie. The most recent news in the case. The most recent court document filed by LaBella on September 5th says that Costner's request to have the lawsuit thrown out is an anti-SLAPP effort. Costner's lawyers say that LaBella and her lawsuit are trying to scare him and stop him from speaking out as an artist. SLAPP stands for Strategic Lawsuits Against Public Participation. LaBella's answer on September 5th says that the SLAPP charge is not true. The lawsuit also says, by putting Ms. LaBella in a violent, unscripted rape scene without her consent and without the presence of an intimacy or stunt coordinator, Costner violated Ms. LaBella's contractual rights and her rights under state discrimination law. Costner's statement didn't say why the intimacy coordinator wasn't there. Later, LaBella's most recent court filing notes, Costner and his legal team once again get the facts wrong about LaBella's claim. Ms. LaBella does not find the blocking of a shot in a movie production upsetting. It was their clear refusal to follow the safety rules and procedures that are needed. Costner's statement explained how the shot in question was blocked or choreographed. Costner's explanation also says that the scene was only blocked and never filmed. This is one of the main points where LaBella and Costner disagree. The day before the May 2, 2023 incident, Costner directed a scripted rape scenario with LaBella. LaBella uses this as an example, saying, "The May 1st scene is the perfect example that the same creative product can be produced when the proper protocols are followed." The filing says that LaBella's contracts require an intimacy coordinator to be present for shots that involve simulated sex acts. It also says that LaBella must be given written notice 48 hours before such a scene is to be shot. LaBella adds, Costner and his legal team now argue that ignoring Ms. LaBella's rights for this scene is protected activity because it was part of the creative process. LaBella goes on to say, when Costner and his legal team say that the actual objective of Ms. LaBella's suit is to interfere with and burden Costner's exercise of free speech rights in connection with a creative work, they are suggesting that they were free to break any law or employee's contractual rights in the name of creativity without fear of punishment. LaBella further says defendants can't defend not meeting their obligations on the merits because they can't reasonably argue that their free expression required them to avoid such requirements, especially since defendants followed such requirements for a different shot the day before. LaBella's most recent petition ends with the words, "In sum, the court should deny defendants' special motion to strike in its entirety." Kevin Costner's lawyer, Marty Singer, told TMZ that LaBella's new claims are just more of the same old nonsense. These claims are not just false, they are also silly. 12 impartial witnesses say that Ms. LaBella's claims are false. Kevin Costner has made it very clear why he wouldn't cave in to an obvious shakedown. He is committed to stand up for the truth, and we will keep doing so.